In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to play jazz piano lines. My name is Tobey from jazzmental.com. Thanks for joining me. The process of playing jazz piano lines is obviously complex, but it's made easier by understanding what we call Stitt's bits. I've talked about this in other videos, and what it is we're taking solo transcriptions from Sonny Stitt, a great jazz tenor saxophone player, and we are carving it up and taking a look at the small phrases which, when learned in a few different keys, can then lead to longer phrases. And that makes it a lot easier to understand jazz. So what I'm going to do first is play you the Sonny Stitt solo, which is pretty up there. It's over C blues, a composition by Charlie Parker called Cool Blues. And again, I'm going to play it first, and then we're going to start analyzing it. And let's get started right now. Okay, so let me play you Sonny Stitt's solo over Cool Blues. I'm going to play a couple of choruses of it, and then when we get back, we're going to start to analyze it, and by the time you get done this video, you'll have a pretty good understanding of how Sonny approaches soloing and how it can help you with your piano playing. Let me play you that solo now. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that recording. Let's take a look at the transcription now in pieces, and let's discover all the good things about this solo. So first, what you'll notice is here, all he's doing in the beginning of his solo is he's restating the melody from Cool Blues. So that's actually from the Charlie Parker composition. Okay, and then in the next bar, he starts to introduce what I call Stitt's bits. Let me just write that over here. Stitt's bits. And so what you're doing is you're carving up little chunks to see how he plays around and creates great jazz lines. So in this particular case, it's... So what's interesting about that is he's playing the chord going down. So just the F triad preceded by a passing note. And then he's getting to the C by starting the C chord, which is really a C major 9 chord. So again, this is a C major 9 chord. Why? Because that's the 9th right there. Okay, so that's really cool. What I would suggest is you just start to think about that line and the way it flows with the fingers. So going down 4 notes and then playing 1 note at the top and then the 3 notes going up. So, and you could play the next one down like this. And you've heard piano players do that a lot, right? And that gets kind of boring. So what Sonny does is he starts to mix those up. So he goes, instead of, and so you can play around that with that a lot in all kinds of different formations. And it doesn't necessarily matter if you're spelling the chords exactly like Sonny did. What you're trying to do is get the feel of the fingers, that flow that goes. And if we transpose that into any key, it will work. Okay, let's move on and see what's coming next. So here's another phrase right here. So you really have to include the next note as part of that phrase. And he does obviously continue the phrase a lot past that, but really you're looking at this phrase right here, which ends on the B flat. Cool line, right? So if you look at the one previous, it's... So again, some goes up, some comes down, some mixes the two. In this particular case, it's one going up and one coming down. And it's getting those passing notes that leads to the flat 7. Let's keep going. That's one of my favorites right there from Sonny Stitt. That's a true Stitt bit right there. So again, he's doing the same thing here as he did over here. So this section right here, he's kind of duplicating that in these notes right here. Different notes, but same feel, same movement of notes. So this is the real Stitt bit here. So cool line right there. So just you can see right off the bat, we're starting to get that bebop feel by the interplay of the notes and how those 4 notes, each time 4 eighth notes, interact with each other. So let's play it from the top. And so we're going on to a different passage here. And what I wanted to note about this particular section, let's leave this one for now and let's move on to here, which is really cool. So it is a C chord, and if you look at C blues, right, you've got 4 bars of C and then 2 bars of F7 back to C, which is where we're at right now, this section here. But the problem is that you'll notice he's not playing a C chord at all. He's playing F sharp, G sharp. What does that have to do with C? And the answer is absolutely nothing. What he's done is he's put a 2-5 before the E minor 7 flat 5. So instead of C here, we've got F half diminished 7th or F minor 7 flat 5 to B7. So let me play that line from here. Really cool. And then this line right here, starting on the A, actually no, starting here, this is just an A7 chord. So again, just the A7 chord. And then it gets to D minor. And then there's another Stitt bit right here, which is pretty common in jazz. And you'll hear that in a lot of Sonny Stitt stuff like this. Okay, so in this case, he's just going up. He's using the 9th of the chord as a passing note. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it for you again up to speed. Try and pick out all of the little Stitt bits in it. And what I would recommend is that you take these Stitt bits, transpose them into other keys, and practice them, because it's really a bebop feel the way the interplay of those 4 notes, in other words, 4 eighth notes in a half bar, and how they sometimes go up, sometimes go down, and sometimes a mix of the two. That's really what Stitt's bits are all about. So let me play this solo again, and then I'll see you in another video where I'm going to tackle the second half of this tune. Thanks so much for your time.